In Singapore, Android phones are going to be like iOS soon. And there's a sad reason why Singapore does that. Watch on and you might go, hey, are you serious? So, in case you didn't know, Apple is crazily obsessed with security and privacy. Any app developer will know how strict Apple is with their apps. So it's no surprise that unlike Android users, Apple users never fall to malware scams. Cause they spend so much on overpriced Apple products that they have no more money left to scam. But also it's because it's literally impossible to install any app that's not from the App Store. These apps are called sideloaded apps. You probably know by now that if you are using Android, banned apps won't work if you have certain sideloaded apps in your phone, which is to protect you. But now there's going to be a change now. Soon, in Singapore, you might not be able to install certain sideloaded app into your Android phone at all. Yeah, I know right, this is the first time someone copy Apple instead of Apple copying others. But here's the interesting thing, it's not because Google has decided to do that now. You see, it's actually a trial that's developed by the Cybersecurity Agency of Singapore and Google. And trust me, if you just start doing that everywhere in the world, Tom Cotton is going to repeatedly ask the Google CEO the same question over and over again. Yeah, basically, it's a trial, with Singapore users being part of this trial, which will happen in the next few weeks. You see, nowadays, when we try to install a new app that's not through the Play Store, there will be prompts warning you that it might be unsafe, while you continue going through it, which is why you are not a father. If you get it, you... FBI, open up! So eventually, if you continue to tap, you can eventually still install the app. Last year, however, Google has come up with a system to scan those sideload apps to determine whether they are safe. But with the new system, it'll just say that the app is blocked and the only option you can tap on is got it. However, this isn't blocking all apps, nor does it scan the app before it blocks it. Instead, it automatically blocks apps that demand certain permission from your phone. You see, whenever we develop an app, we need to tell the phone what permissions we need. For example, for the Goody Feed app, we don't need the permission to access your photos since we don't need it or we don't want it. But for Instagram, it needs because the app needs to retrieve photos from your phone to upload into a profile. Some permissions require you to tap on I agree before the permission is granted, while some just auto agree. Interestingly enough, iOS requires people to tap on I agree for push notifications, while Android doesn't. Yeah, so only apps that have suspicious permission requests will be blocked. Now, why Singapore? CSA and Google didn't say why. But just like doing clinical trials, you need to do trials on areas that has lots of subjects. For example, doing a clinical trial on a vaccine means you need to do a trial on a region that has many infected individuals. And here's the thing, Singapore is a hotspot for scammers. I'm sure someone just called you recently about yet another unclaimed parcel. Yeah, according to a study, between August 2022 and August 2023, victims in Singapore lost the most money on the scam on average worldwide. I know, right? Very sad to know that. And the second reason that Tan Zhi Wei say one, not I say one, Tan Zhi Wei say one, is that Singaporeans won't copy book like crazy and stage mass protests unlike in the US. FBI, open up! In the meantime, download our app for more info. Don't need to sign up, can just go to the Google Play Store. Also, subscribe and watch this video to be slightly smarter.